Hello, welcome to HITC Sport, and lads, football is back. And thank Christ for that. How long has it been? About 4 months? 4 months without a single ball being kicked. All that's been on television is reruns of Euro 96, held up as if it's some historic successful tournament for England. Is losing a semi-final in penalties really seen as success? I was once involved in a school play where I forgot my lines and vomited stale Cheerios at the audience, but my mother doesn't get that videotape out every Christmas. Anyway, the return of the Premier League is very well timed. We've been so starved of football, half of us have pretended to be German football enthusiasts. But relax lads, the English Premier League is back. Sort of. No, we can't go to the stadiums, but don't worry. For a fee of £20, you can have your cardboard cutout placed in the stand. Really, is this really where we are in the world? Am I the only one who thinks this would be beyond creepy? If fans were just replaced by lifeless photos splashed on the back of cereal boxes, just fake effigies stuck in the crowd? You'd swear they got this idea of I Am Legend. When in a post-apocalyptic world, Will Smith decorated his barren wasteland city with mannequins just to make him feel less desperately alone. I mean, what? Are they just gonna be forever smiling? When Joe Linton looks up at the crowd for support after yet another open goal miss, and he's just greeted with the sight of 52,000 Geordies grinning back at him. Anyway, what else? Yes, both League 1s and League 2 are finished. Listen, the lads at Rotherham are probably doing cartwheels right about now. They were just ahead of the playoffs in automatic promotion by the length of a mosquito's nipple. Just 3 points ahead of Wickham, having played a game more. Considering they hadn't won in 3 games, had just been slapped up 3-1 at Rochdale, they were wobbling like Meghan Trainor's cankles. I'm sorry, but if you go down 3-1 to a team with a 37-year-old Paul McShane in defence, you do not deserve to go up. Sunderland fans are probably chewing the enamel off their teeth. 4 games ago, they were 3 points off the title, having won 9 games since Christmas. And now, they're facing a 3rd successive year in League 1. Christ above, that club can't catch a break. I genuinely feel bad for them. It's not fair to decide a league season when there's 8 games left. It's like awarding an Oscar for Best Picture when the panel of judges only watch an hour of each film. Also, Tranmere have been relegated, despite being just 3 points off safety with a game in hand. What is this? They went into this season thinking it would be an equal 42 game thing, where at the very least everyone played the same number of games. It's like starting a 3-hour geography exam, only for you to be told to put down the pens with an hour to go. If you knew that was gonna happen, you wouldn't have wasted 20 minutes drawing a cartoon pig. What else? Well, Ipswich Town, after leading the way at the top for most of the season, have now officially finished 11th in England's 2nd tier. Whoever offered Paul Lambert a 5-year contract in January is probably having his brain splatter all over the boardroom walls. Sorry, I've been watching a lot of Scorsese this month. Honestly though, that club have lost 4 games in a row. 8 games after Christmas. They conceded 5 goals in 90 minutes at Lincoln City. After starting the season with an 11-game unbeaten run, some fans were talking about this being an invincible season. What happened? You'd swear Lambert had just spiked his players' morning Weetabix with horse laxatives. Oh, by the way, something weird has happened. This channel is up for an award. Apparently nominated for Best in Video at the Football Content Awards. Lads, I don't expect to win this, but I've had a thought. If everyone who watches this video does vote, could be in with a chance. Christ, the day someone gets an award for ranting about Paul McShane. Oh lads, if you want to vote, go ahead and click the link in the description below. Anyway, what else happened this week?
The Irish guy.
Yes!
HITC.
The Irish guy.
They're all dickheads, man. Wankers. Whoa, Irish guy, dickhead.
Right! Okay! Alright, very pointy, jagged words, almost as sharp as the 4 corners of his head. I've never been insulted by a human microwave before. Feels weird. I'm quite confused. A bard from WillNE. And I thought this guy was a nice, friendly sort of person. I can see that he's clearly had his brain polluted by the words of Kieran Carlin, my former bearded nemesis at that channel that must not be named. Clearly young Will is just being brainwashed. Now first of all, don't worry WillNE fans, or the internet in general. I'm not starting a hate war against this man. Not at all. I actually quite like Will. He seems like a nice lad. And if my boss is watching, put down your nail gun, alright? Don't worry, I'm not going to start accusing this man of fondling the testicles of local sheep. He's not even from Wales. At the end of the day, WillNE seems like a nice guy. A great YouTuber doing big things in his part of the world. So well done, Will. Well, that's enough licking sweat off his inner thigh. Let's get on with this. Since you've taken a pop at HITC Sport, alright, step into the world of football, Will. Let's go. An eye for an eye sort of justice, alright? Well, that's Gandhi clicking unsubscribe. I'm a man whose literal purpose it is to literally just sit in this chair, wear a sweaty, unwashed scarf that smells of cat piss, and criticise footballers every bastard they. And these are professional footballers, top class athletes who've actually won a few things. You are a 90-pound human carrot who possesses ankles made of chocolate and have the footballing accuracy of a dead squirrel. So this is almost too easy. When you yourself have the athleticism and goal scoring ability of a paraplegic postbox, this is just like handing Logan Paul a vlog camera and access to a morgue. What do you think is going to happen? Does he really want to open this can of worms? Because this man has a long and lengthy history when it comes to this sport. And lads, it's not pretty. But alright, you have forced my hand, young man. And today we're all gonna slaughter the football skills of Mr. Lenny.
Not Lenny!
Oh. Moving on, Will has actually played at St. James's Park before, lived every young Geordie's fantasy. Well, most Geordie's fantasies. I'd say Brian's involves a mattress, wine and 12 quid worth of toilet roll. Let's just say every Geordie's dream then. No, even that doesn't work. Declan Donnelly's dream is probably just being able to reach the top shelf in Asda without asking for assistance. Right, enough of the shit jokes. Let's get on with it and take a look at Will St. Jimmy Park's highlights. Please don't call it St. Jimmy's Park, that's even worse than Sports Direct Arena.
That's Adam Boltwood's bottom.
Sorry, wrong clip. No, that wasn't a duck quacking on the bench. It was a young Stephen Tries reveling in his teammate's red card after 16 battered seconds. And the charity match, a game to be played in good humour in the warm spring sunshine. No bad tackles, nothing. Just a nice, good-natured game in the honour of a good cause. And then Will happened. But alright, maybe tackling isn't his thing. Maybe controlling his feet is a step beyond him. Perhaps he's a good set-piece taker. Some players have a certain run up to free kicks and penalties. But Will, what the f is this? This fella has all the technique of a constipated sheep. Rewind to the Wembley Cup 2019. XO, captained by James Lawrence Alcoff, who seems a great guy. They're drawing 0-0 against the F2 freestylers. Game edges into the last minute. Step forward, Will.
Milan, you're next, 5!
Will's just the stupidest thing possible.
This was a format where a player was to be removed from the pitch after every 5 minutes of extra time. So getting sent off, reducing your team to 6 battered players against a bunch of lads who score goals for a living, how could you think that was a good idea? But alright, so maybe running, tackling, shooting and breathing on a football pitch, they're not your strong point. Maybe he's more of a badminton kind of guy. But how about footballing knowledge? Does he possess the same type of creative insight that could rival the likes of Alfie and HITC 7s? Now, when it comes to football, I don't think this guy knows about anything other than Paul Dummett.
And as we get closer and closer to relegation, our only returning hope is Paul Dummett. Should have been an all Dummett back four in my opinion, Alan Shearer. Funny way to spell Paul Dummett that, Jimmy. Not to overreact or anything, but Paul Dummett is the greatest defender to ever grace the game. Try Paul Dummett anyway. Scared of Paul Dummett's vast back pocket. My whole TL is Paul Dummett, yes? Paul Dummett doesn't deserve A-levels, they're irrelevant. Paul Dummett, sliding tackle my drug. Might make a video solely about Paul Dummett. Paul Dummett still yet to find his level. We should do this for Paul Dummett every game. Worried about NUFC today without the presence of the infinitely talented Paul Dummett. Gonna put my whole student loan on the Paul Dummett hat-trick tomorrow.
Christ above, lads, and I thought I was the only one in danger of receiving a restraining order off a shite defender called Paul. But this fella, he probably keeps a jar of this man's foreskin beside his bed. He probably collects lockets of his hair. Never mind the bathwater Belle Delphine. This fella would probably pay a fortune to lick a bead of sweat off this man's face. If given half the chance, he'd probably ride him horseback around Eldon Square.
I'm really excited to go and pretend to be Paul Dummett for 30 minutes.
Christ, lads, if Dummett ever goes missing in London, I'm checking this man's flat. He'd probably have him tied to the bench and bludgeon his foot with a f***ing axe. Guys, this is such a weird video.
Hang on, did I just see Henry Sivette on a team sheet? I don't even think I want to follow how this is about to pan out.
Football expert, ladies and gentlemen. Christ, I'd rather drink milk straight from a cow's left tit than have my football information spoon-fed to me by this human fridge. Alright, what about FIFA?
Hello guys, Will here. Although you guys will know me as Beitchwallocks anyway. Today I thought I'd bring you the first episode of what I've got of an idea I've got for which will hopefully be a long series on this channel. Basically, I thought I'd just show you guys the highlights of, what I thought was my best match of the week, which would be the most entertaining for you to watch.
Oh, he sounds like he's been crying. This channel actually went on to get 3 million subs. F*** me, there's hope for anyone. Anyway, alright, just a bit of fun, Will. I do think you're actually a good fella. And if you ever want to grab a pint someday, we'll do that. But anyway, alright, you took a shot, so I had to respond. Alright, lads, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give a like, share, subscribe. And as always, I'll talk to you in a while.